Our place in this world, we gon' shine our lights till it hurts. Staying focused, we know our day coming. Negative vibes, we escape from it. We know our place in this world, we gon' shine our lights till it hurts.
What's up? What's good, everybody? Welcome back, man. We had to take a quick recess. Now we back, man. We're gonna talk some NFL and some NBA today, man. What y'all want to start with? Some NFL or get the NFL out the way?
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah, because I know.
Because I'm interested. I wonder what Tunk think about
what Mark Schlereth said. Did you hear what Mark Schlereth said? That tell him play what he said about
so on the podcast he was saying he don't want to hear these Raven fans keep saying that you got to get Lamar more weapons, that they didn't spend a lot of draft capital on wide receivers, first round 3 of them now, and Lamar is not developing these guys from the quarterback position, and he's saying in the playoffs he's mediocre. You know, and he said, so miss me with that. Like he said, I'm tired of hearing it.
Like tired of excuses.
Yeah, every year you got to get him more weapons, you know. And so
I can kind of agree with that part.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know they drafted 3 receivers in the first round since
Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown, Rashad Bateman, and now Zay Flowers. Yeah. Yeah.
They don't mean they good picks, though. Yeah, because Hollywood couldn't get on the line.
But I think, but then Hollywood showed himself. He was a 1,000-yard receiver. But you know what I'm saying?
I think not to be a Lamar Powers, man. Yeah. But I am a fan. I admit that. But sometimes, man, it's scheme, and sometimes coaching, things like that. Now Hollywood, you draft this guy, no taller than me, probably. You draft him as a number 1 receiver, and he's basically a slot receiver. You can't put him out there on the edge and line him up against a 6'1" defensive back who's big and strong and can run with him. He's going to jam him every time, and then he can't get off the line.
But that's
to put him in the slot.
But that's where he had the edge with his speed, because he was.
But in college,
even in the pros,
when he was in school, though, that's always going to be an attribute that he has, his speed and whatever. But he got to get free releases. And that's you're only gonna get that in the slot. Out there on the edge, man, you match up against a number 1 D-back, he's gonna jam you. He's not big enough and strong enough to get off the jam. I'm gonna take y'all back a little bit. I don't want to go to the archives.
Go ahead.
But years ago, when Oakland drafted Charles Woodson out of Michigan, right? They had the receiver, Ishmael. Remember Ishmael?
Yeah.
They had him on the Raiders when they drafted Charles Woodson. So they in camp. And Charles Woodson is right here. Snap, boom, he jammed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He couldn't go. He couldn't get out of the Woodson. I mean, every play. And then he backed off some. The coaches say, no, get back. Because we ain't even testing you no more.
Right.
We testing him.
You got to develop him.
We looking at the receiver.
You
know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying about Hollywood. If he get that free release, almost like how Brady had them little guys in Edelman and all them when he was in New England. Put them in the slot, niggas. Hit them, boom, they gone. That's the type of receiver Hollywood is. He's not a true 1 receiver like that, man, who can get out there and like, all right.
Like a Calvin Johnson.
Like I'm going to say, like I'm a Megatron or whatever, man.
Right.
And that works against him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, you good. Now, Zay Flowers is cut from the same mold. He's small too.
Yeah, but I see a toughness in Zay Flowers that I ain't see for Hollywood.
In Hollywood, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I see a toughness in him.
Now, Rashad came into the league. Everybody could see. Rashad Bateman is an extraordinary route runner. Extraordinary. He's disappeared. Now, okay, granted, got the injuries. But he's disappearing. His best game was when Snoop, the backup quarterback. What was his name?
I know something.
Quarterback for who? For the Ravens?
For Baltimore. Yeah, they just let him go.
I'm about to say he's not even there no more.
They just let him go.
I can't think his name.
Rashad had his best game with him behind center.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and you talk about scheme now. This is what Raven fans, what we have to do as Raven fans, we have to understand the coordinator can only scheme up and call things per your skill set. I'm putting myself at a disadvantage if I'm trying to get you to do things that's your weakness. So I'm kind of developing my game plan, my scheme, and some of the things I do as an offense around the skill set of the offense. And a lot of that is predicated on your quarterback and his abilities.
Do they do that though in all cases though? Like those coordinators?
No,
Yeah.
They don't do it in all cases.
That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes they be like, "This is a scheme. You got to fit."
Right? Yeah, you got.
You know what I mean?
Well,
they try
I'm
to
Taylor
develop that.
making the scheme around.
Well,
the good ones do. You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't say, "All right, I'm gonna Taylor. I'm gonna build this offense around your skill set." I think they do
what they
with Lamar.
Well, what they do is they draft players per what they do. You understand what I'm saying? Like Harbaugh took that job in Los Angeles because of what he see in Herbert and what he wants to do, that skill set. They watch film. They break that stuff down. So, yeah, it might not be I'm going to tailor it around what you do, but a lot of times when I'm bringing in personnel, it's per what we do as a system. You see what I'm saying?
Well, you already changed offensive coordinators, right?
Yeah, and he's doing the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. The offense don't look no different
because of the skilled players. What?
So you say they're not skilled?
They are skilled, but they're skilled in the areas they're skilled in. Like the Ravens are going to be slot, tight end, heavy passing, running the football because of the skill set.
That run pass
option. So why do you think Hollywood didn't flourish in Baltimore?
He had his. So all right. So remember they got on Greg Roman. They need to pass more. They didn't get a lot of yards out of the pass. So that next year, Mark Andrew and Hollywood went over 1,000 yards in receptions. So, I mean, you could say he didn't flourish, but he did. He won it out. Hollywood won it out. He says, of course, the system.
Yeah.
He says that. But if I go back, if I take all of Baltimore Ravens fans back, it was a time when Hollywood came out and said, you got soldiers and you ain't using them.
Yeah.
And then him and Lamar used to come to the game together all the time. For weeks, they was no longer doing that. Of course. Now, the code in the league is, I ain't gonna throw my man under the bus. I mean, they come from the same place, whatever. So I'm gonna say the system didn't fit.
Yeah.
But I can't say for sure what it is. He says it's the system, but I don't know.
Would you put Hollywood as like, I know he's not number one. Would you put Hollywood as like one of the top number 2 receivers?
I would say this. We're going to get a chance to witness what Hollywood can do because now he's playing with Patrick Mahomes.
Who calls their offense?
They got Andy Reid and a coordinator.
Stop right there.
Okay.
Andy Reid is better than any offensive coordinator. He's looked at as one of the best offensive minds to ever even coach in the NFL, period.
All right.
Now, and what's his style of coaching?
Right.
He's
gonna find a way to make Hollywood effective.
I think Patrick Mahomes is.
No,
and that's why I'm gonna say Patrick. The plays are the plays. He's gonna design the plays, but Patrick Mahomes is. This is why I'm gonna say that.
Oh, he's pulling the trigger.
And exactly, he's making the decisions on the field. Also, Andy Reid had Donovan McNabb. He had the guy that broke his leg. He had Michael Vick. He had the guy that broke his leg. Alex Smith. Right? Mm-hmm. But he ain't win no rings until he got Patrick Mahomes. And everybody was saying, well, it's because Tyreek Hill. It's because last year they had the worst receiving core in football, in my opinion. Drops and everything else. And what did they do? They went and won a championship. The ad-libbing, the reading the defense, the making the play out of nothing and stuff like that. Patrick Mahomes is a different cat. You can say what you want about that. He's a different cat. Andy Reid is a great offensive mind. But Patrick Mahomes, he's something different, man.
Yeah, well, we're not disputing that, but because the whole topic was, though, is like, do coaches who who tailor their programs to like what the play.
That's what Andy Reid does.
Right, and that's what we were saying, because you just named like 3 different quarterbacks that he had, and all 3 of those different quarterbacks brought something different to the table. Donovan Bernard, Mike Vick, and Smith. So, all coaches don't do that though. All coaches don't take, and tailor their game to what their players can do.
And I think that's counterproductive, because now, you're trying to get apple, beer, and an orange. You know what I'm saying?
It is definitely counterproductive.
But when you get a quarterback like Mahomes, his imagination gets unlocked, Andy Reid, because now he can call all kinds. You talking about back shoulder passes. You talking about making the defense have to cover every blade of grass.
Now you remember when Patrick Mahomes was at Texas Tech? You remember him in school?
I don't.
No.
To be honest with you.
He wasn't this all-world greatest ever to ever put a jock strap on.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't looked at like that while he was in school.
Mm-hmm.
Something happened. Now you can say it was a maturity. You can say, you know what I'm saying? I think, this is my personal belief, he got with the right coach who was able to have him unlock a lot of things as though he wasn't able to do in school.
That coach in school may not have wanted or trusted or allowed him his freedom, because I'm going to say this about Mahomes. Before he even started, Alex Smith was the quarterback his first year he was there, right? Mm-hmm. But everybody on that team was saying that kid that's waiting is the one. They were saying that. What I'm saying, I'm making that point to say that Andy Reid is the type of person that understands his genius is, I got to let this kid be loose, use his imagination, take his risk, where that college coach may not have wanted him to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like the Michael Jordan thing. Like Dean kept him kind of confined, but then when he got in the league and he got loose, he could really just go wild,
Let's go back to the Lamar thing, right?
Yeah, let's go back to the Lamar.
They were saying, Mark Schlereth was saying he's tired of the excuses.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Lamar get excuses, right? I hear Lamar get dogged a lot. Nationally. Not here, because this is home, home city. But like nationally, I be listening to satellite radio. Lamar gets killed. A lot of people say he shouldn't even be MVP. Well, how can you be a 2-time MVP and you ain't even?
I hear that narrative.
Yeah,
I hear that narrative.
So I don't know if he's really getting the pass outside of Baltimore.
Well, that's what Schlereth said. He said Baltimore fans.
Right.
Because here locally, that's why I said us here locally, we got to stop this. We don't have to stop it. You do what you want, but we constantly keep saying the narrative is, well, they asking Lamar to do more with less. Well, Joe Burrow, I watched Joe Burrow go to a Super Bowl with no offensive line. He got sacked more than any quarterback in the league that year, but they went to the Super Bowl. I seen Patrick Mahomes last year have nothing hardly, and he went and won the whole thing. At some point, and this is what I just think, like, Lamar is a phenomenal talent, right? Incredible. At some point, is either can you win with him playing sandlot football, Pop Warner style, just run around, making plays out of nothing, and when the play break down, he do what he do. Do you feel like you can win it all like that? Because you got to go all the way in, because his mechanics is not conducive for him being consistent in those tight window, outside the numbers. He's not accurate like that. When you got a team that makes the defense crowd the box, you're supposed to kill them dudes on the outside all day, one-on-one. If I'm even, I'm leaving. I'm sorry. One more thing. In the championship, Odell had them guys even leaving, going down the sideline on 3 different occasions. He couldn't connect on it. It's inconsistency.
So as a coach, what do you do in those situations then? You know what I mean? If that's your, you know what I mean? Because I just think, like, as a coach, you are the carpenter.
Yeah.
And the player is the tool. So you know what I mean? Like, like you said, their capabilities and you know what they can do out there. Yeah. So you're gonna call the game according to, like, you know what I mean? Like what your team can do.
Yeah, that's what he did. To me, that's what he did. And so the fans here, we want to say, well, we ain't run the ball enough in the championship to win. True statement, okay? They didn't run. The backs only had 6 carries. Altogether, they might have rushed 16 times, but the backs only had 6 carries. I give you that. But it didn't cost you the game because there was opportunity for you to win and score. They didn't.
They shouldn't have lost that game.
Right. They still, despite the lack of running, they still had an opportunity. And now I go to this last thing. The Buffalo Bills, a couple years ago, the Ravens finally had won their first playoff game. They went to Buffalo and played, right? Mm-hmm. They drove the length of the field late in the game. Mm-hmm. You had a wide receiver open in the flat, right?
I remember that.
And then you had that seam route. Because of Lamar's mechanics, lack of consistency throwing out, he always likes to slant. The defender did this. Let him go and creep over slowly, jump the route, pick 6, gone. Right?
I remember that.
Last year, you got Likely going down the middle of the field. Dude, wide open out there in the flat. Lamar throws in the triple coverage. Interception. Should have had 3 interceptions that game. You're looking at his numbers. When shit get thick, they force you to go against your weakness.
Right, they force you to do
things you don't want to do.
Right.
And I just say, because of his mechanics, whenever he get 3rd and long, they get in blitzing situations, that's a crippling thing. So at some point, it ain't the coordinators. You making these decisions out there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily feel Schlereth was dragging Lamar. He was just making a point. Like, at some point, it's got to be on the players at some point.
What you think? You think? I'm asking both of y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all think Lamar top 5 quarterback in the league?
I think he top 5 player in the league. What you think?
Top 5 quarterback.
I can't say quarterback. I say player.
So that's even a higher So ain't that like a higher though, like standard, like to be top 5, like
player
than top 5 just quarterback?
Yeah,
because top 5 players everybody.
Right.
Yeah. I think he's a top 5 player.
Okay, so that's even better than.
He's an extreme talent. Yeah. It ain't no question. What he do?
They the guy you mentioned, the Chargers.
Herbert. Yeah.
Now. They got this guy fitted for his Hall of Fame jacket already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's silly. Yeah.
He ain't done nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He hasn't done anything. Yeah. So Harbaugh taking that job because of him, which I totally agree with. Mm-hmm. That's why he took the job. He got to study quarterback. Mm-hmm. He got to win with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got to win with him.
But you remember, like, Harbaugh proved that he can win with different types of quarterbacks. Because when he went to the Super Bowl, he had Kaepernick. Yep. You know what I mean? Kaepernick he was like, you know what I mean? He ran the ball.
Yeah, and before that, he went to the NFC Championship with Alex Smith.
Right. Yeah. So they different styles.
Yeah, different styles.
So he's different styles of quarterback.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I like I said, top 5 quarterback. Yeah, I just don't think Lamar plays the position better than some of his counterparts.
Yeah.
He's a better player in terms of what he can do. If we play pickup football, I'm taking Lamar first every time.
You like that dude, Josh Allen? You like him in Buffalo?
I mean, Josh Allen, he can play. I think he's
better than Lamar.
I think he plays quarterback better.
Burrow.
I think Joe plays quarterback better. But I don't think they're better football players. But Josh Allen do what Lamar do. He run too. Not like Lamar. He runs a lot and he can throw. But see, these guys can make every throw. These guys, when that back foot drop ball coming out, it's things like that.
Yeah, but all right. So the thing with all of those different quarterbacks got a jacket on them. So some things that the dude in Buffalo can do. That Lamar can do, people still capitalize on those weaknesses because some of his decision making, the dude in Buffalo, sometimes his decision making,
he throw
picks a lot
because he believes in his arm so much. He take unnecessary risk a lot. He think he can fit it in every window with his confidence.
Is that the same throw bad balls?
No, make bad decisions.
That's bad balls though.
See, but the only reason I say that.
Well, yeah, why you think it's a bad ball?
I'm not saying this to you. But a lot of people camouflage saying that's a bad throw by saying he has so much confidence in the arm that he can fit it in. That's a bad throw.
Yeah,
it's a bad read or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
It's a bad decision. To me, a bad throw is you underthrowing, you off the mark, that kind of thing. Somebody can intercept a perfect ball. Yeah,
but that's just the physical aspect of it, though. It's a mental. You know what I mean? It's a mental aspect to it.
Right.
All right. So so for instance, if a safety or a cornerback bait you into throwing a pass because of film study, and you throw that pass, that's a bad pass. Even if you think you could get it in there. Now sometimes you might have a dude like Aaron Rodgers or somebody like somebody with an extremely strong arm, and they gonna challenge you. He knows, all right, you baiting me, but my arm is strong enough and I can beat you.
I can put it where you can't get it.
I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna get it there before you can get to it. You timing me, you baiting me. I'm still gonna go there. So, but if you don't make it,
I can throw you open. You know what I'm saying? You got me covered.
And they do that. They do that sometimes.
It's a bad throw though if you throw it in them spots.
And I put a lot of that too. Now, not everything on the coach, but I put that on coaches. See, at some point you have to understand I need to keep this guy's attempts down. I always thought that was the problem with Pittsburgh and Ben. Ben threw the ball way too much.
Yeah.
So you're going to get an interception. You're going to turn the ball over. So you want to keep that down, to some degree. And I thought Buffalo turned their season around last year when they stopped and went to the run game and kept him within.
It was like night and day.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's what a lot of coaches get to that pass happy. And so what did Parcells used to say? Like, when you throw the ball, two of the things that can happen are not good.
Good.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's either going to be a drop.
It's variable.
It completes it
Yes.
So, you know what I mean? So you're going against the odds. Anyway.
Right.
So, yeah. And you're going against the odds, man. But I just think as far as Mark Schlereth's comment, I just think that like fans in Baltimore, I think we wise enough to know and realize that isn't all of it don't fall on like the receivers, like that narrative. Like at first it was, you know what I mean? Okay, give Lamar some weapons, and you could get away with that narrative for a little while, but after a while, like when you see him constantly get number one draft picks and number one receivers and stuff like that, don't know about it. So part of the problem.
Quarterbacks aren't made equally. All quarterbacks aren't made to go out there and throw the ball.
Right. They're not.
You know what I mean? 50 times a game.
They're not.
You know what I mean? Throw for 5,000 yards a season.
Right.
You know what I mean? All quarterbacks. Right. But the main thing is you want your quarterback to be effective. You want to take care of the ball. And you want to win games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be smart out there and stuff like that. So I think they're comparing Lamar to a Pat Mahomes or in this pass-happy NFL that we have now. And they like, well, if you compare him to a Justin Herbert or Patrick Mahomes or in Buffalo, Charles Allen, whatever, he would look less than, if you line these numbers up.
Let me say this about Lamar. The difference between Lamar and Pat is more than that difference. It's part of the difference is Andy Reid. And I'm gonna give you an example. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, so Andy, early in the season, Patrick Mahomes was trying to do too much with that ball. Andy Reid reeled him in. It was like, you got to be patient out there, and we're going to do some more dinking and dunking than we usually do.
Right.
Now, if it wasn't Andy Reid, like some quarterbacks would not have been responsive to that. They were like, you know what I mean? They just stuck to their guns. This is what I'm used to doing. This is what we're going to do. We're going to work it out. But because it was Andy Reid and he got that pedigree and he got that relationship with with Patrick, you know what I mean? So, all right, and that's when their season turned around.
You give Patrick Mahomes any credit for that?
That's what I'm saying. He had that pedigree. Right. I already said that. He had that pedigree. So he had that, and he was like, all right, we're going to try it your way. Pat was trying to go for the home run
every play.
Early in the season, he was trying to go for the home run. Yeah. And those dudes, first thing when you come into the gym, you don't shoot jumpers. First thing you do is you shoot layups.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Right. And so he had inexperienced rookie receivers, and he got them out there trying to shoot jumpers when they should have been. Right. They should have been working on their layups, and the coach got them back to working on their layups, and that's when their season turned around.
I'm gonna give Todd Monken a lot of credit because that defense Baltimore had last year was outstanding.
Yeah.
And they was putting that Raven offense in some great positions. And they was scoring points. Todd Monken was calling good games, getting that ball in the end zone per what they did. So you got to give that guy some credit, you know?
Yeah.
And Greg Roman did the same thing with Lamar his first year.
Ain't he gone?
Huh?
Todd Monken gone?
No, they just got him. He from Georgia. They ran Greg Roman out of town.
No. Somebody else from the coaching staff.
Oh no, McDonald, the defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
He gone to Seattle. So I mean, I'm just saying, like,
and that defense, shut down Kansas City second half. Kansas City ain't scored second half.
Yes, that defense was huge. So I thought he took advantage. That coordinator took advantage because the year before they struggled in the red zone. Now that he took over, they was cashing in the red zone. So I give him some credit. Now, as far as Andy Reid, the head coach, he got a coordinator and everything. Now you're looking at Harbaugh. You know, that's the comparison, right? So you know,
Harbaugh was on a hot seat though before Lamar.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
You better believe
he was on his way out.
Yeah,
sure was.
Yeah,
sure was.
Yeah. So as far as developing wide receivers and stuff too, it's another thing. With Schlereth saying he ain't developing the wide receivers. Lamar, to me, this offseason been a mixed message he sent. So he missed. They was on the verge of Super Bowl. You seem like you coming in this year, you so motivated to get there. You got volunteer OTAs, and you ain't showing up to none of them. But then you telling receivers, if we want to win it all, we got to grind. Y'all need to leave y'all state, come to South Florida and work out with me. You want them to volunteer their time to come work out because this is necessary. You know, you want to grind. And the receivers, they asked Lamar about it. He said they don't want to leave their state, but we need to grind. But it's like the speed of the group reflects the speed of the lead at times. So you're not giving up, volunteering, you know what I'm saying? But you want these guys to do it. So I'm curious.
You lead by example.
You lead by example.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah, and I'm curious as to the relationships that they really have under the surface, you know, even with the Hollywood League. I mean, you start looking at these things.
The commitment.
The commitment level,
But see, that's the difference between like championship football or championship anything and then you know, like dudes who just try to rely on their talent because Tom Brady did it. You know what I mean? Like this dude was known for having dudes stay at his house. You know what I mean? I remember what's the dude from San Fran that did that with him and Jerry Rice? Worked together on the offseason. What was his name? Montana. No, Joe Montana.
Joe Montana.
You know what I mean?
Young too.
Steve Young, Joe Montana, like those kind of quarterbacks, man, who Elway, you know what I mean? Like these open up their home in the off season and we're gonna work out for a certain amount of weeks and we're gonna get this, you know, but everybody is not cut from that cloth.
I remember Johnny stories I heard Art Donovan speak about Johnny U. Those guys would have jumped off a cliff for Johnny U.
Oh, ain't no question.
Yeah.
You understand? And that's why I'm saying it begs the question why these guys ain't running to South Florida to work out with Lamar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like you say, man, you know, it could be a number of things.
It could be,
relationship with Lamar. It could be,
but
oh man, I can stay home and get somebody throw balls to me, just work on my route running. I mean,
but look, but just like you said though, like when Mike was working out in the summertime and Mike had a facility built just for dudes who want to work out with him, everybody showed up. Everybody showed up. Because if you don't show up, Mike's still gonna be there.
Right.
And if Mike come to camp and you're not ready, what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? And same thing with Magic Johnson, same thing with Larry Bird and them, you know what I mean? Like them dudes are gonna give you the most effort.
Patrick Mahomes built a facility in Texas for them guys to come stay, work out, and everything. But you know, like what Mike did at the when he was filming the movie. He built something for them guys to fly in, work out, take care, accommodate them. Off subject, but not off subject. G-Day. He's trying to get Sam to come to Miami to work out with Quickly.
Yeah.
Accommodating them. I got your chef. I got your
I'm
car.
you ain't gonna go in your pocket for nothing.
But I'm just saying. But even when you do, you know what I'm saying, you accommodate these guys. You know what I'm saying. So I'm just
like you said, you got a chef.
I got you everything you need. I want you to come. So Lamar, I'm just saying that leadership thing.
Didn't AB used to stay with what's the dude? Ben Roethlisberger.
Tom, but I know he stayed with Tom Brady.
I remember, but when he first got to when he first went to Pittsburgh, he used to stay with Ben.
And when Tom went to Tampa Bay, all them guys went down there to work out.
They was like at the park.
Yes, at a park.
They was like at the park. They wasn't even on the football field. They was at the park.
Not to compare them to, but
that's just my point. Is that's the level that you have to go to if you want to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right. If you want to, because you have to have that type of relationship.
Exactly.
You have to know each other's tendencies.
Yeah.
Because if you wait until you get to camp to study, you know what I mean? Like defenses at camp too, they study.
That's what I'm about to say. Yeah,
so
behind.
You have no advantage.
You behind. Right.
If both of y'all starting the kindergarten, when you had opportunity to go to preschool, you had no advantage. You know what I mean?
And I'm not a Raven apologist because the team showed me who they were. You know, the owner and the coach. You know, doing the whole Ray Rice thing, right? When you tell me Ozzie knew about the tape, but the coach and the owner saying they didn't know, they showed me who they were in a sense. So I wouldn't apologize for them. But the fans will say, like, the Ravens ain't getting them this, he ain't getting them that. They're not doing good in free agency. Free agency, sometimes wide receivers, that contract they're going to sign is predicated on a lot. Touches, receptions, yardage. Some of these wide receivers don't want to come here.
Receiver said they didn't want to come. Was that T.O.?
Well, that was years ago. Yeah, he didn't want to come. Yeah.
But who was quarterbacking then? Was it
no, it was Bowler. It was Kyle Bowler. Yeah. But I'm just saying T.O. he don't live by the code. But a lot of players ain't saying it. They just not coming. You know what I'm saying?
T.O. say it.
Yeah, T.O. say it.
He told
you know. Yeah, he said it. He don't live by the code. You know, T.O. is like, you know, he ain't got a lot of friends and camaraderie in the league. He's the outcast.
Because like,
you know,
you go to the basketball court, you see what you see a certain crowd out there. You're like, man, I'm gonna wait. They're like, no, man, come on, we need one more.
Right.
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah. So I can't say that the Ravens haven't been trying. They had top.
How you think Odell played? How you think? 1 year.
I thought he played pretty good. I mean, listen, man. Odell Beckham, I don't know why he didn't play as much because there was a lot of games. You like, where he at?
He got a lot of miles on him too.
Yeah, that
and
too.
Them 2 injuries, yeah. 2 easy coming off.
But I've seen plays, man, where I seen one he should have had a touchdown. He wide open. Mar hit him, but he had to make a. You shouldn't make a diving catch when ain't nobody around.
You wide open.
So that's the only thing I'm saying as far as, sometimes the mechanics makes his throws inconsistent. Well, I've seen them try to throw screen passes and they in the dirt. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes that depends on, like, when you say you shouldn't have to dive, it depends on the kind of pressure you under too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it wasn't that kind of, I mean, he stopped Beckham wide open. He threw it. And he had to go down and get it.
Wait for the ball.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
And that's what, and maybe, I ain't saying this was the case in that play, but sometimes the quarterback got to throw it before he's ready to throw it.
That's true.
You know
sometimes,
yeah.
So for the sack or whatever.
It was one play, I don't know this guy podcast, Coach JB or whatever. And I don't agree with his narrative. But it's good to watch film. Like, it's a lot of stuff on YouTube. You got the quarterback confidential that Kurt Warner does. They break down the film. This guy broke down the film. You could see the mechanics. He had Bateman going across the lane, right? No pressure, pocket for him. But because of his feet, see, Lamar twitchy. He goes to throw, the ball go behind Bateman. So Bateman makes the catch. But now you talking about if it's out here. If it's out here, he gone. Right. Sometimes Lamar be right on the money, hit him in stride. He does that, but it's what I'm saying is the consistency.
What's the thing said? What's my man? What's the quarter? What's the receiver out? That was with Green Bay. He in with the Raiders now. Devontae Adams.
Adams.
He said he was talking to the quarterback out there that left. They played together in school.
Yeah. Derek Carr, brother.
Derek Carr.
Oh, Derek Carr, yeah.
Right. And he was saying they doing OTAs or whatever, right? You know, like they running the tree.
Yeah.
And Derek Carr say, man, where you like the ball, like on the crossing path. And he say, man, I like it waist high, a step in front.
That's it.
Right? Waist high, step in front. Now I'm saying, like, how the hell are you gonna do that? You know, because I ain't a quarterback.
Right.
Like, how the hell are you gonna do that, right? And he said, man, all the drill, that's where the ball was.
Yeah.
So he ain't got to break stride, he ain't got
Yes.
reach, but it's right here, boom. I ain't
Yeah.
keep going and shit, right? And I was like, well, damn, that's what the quarterback does.
That's
right?
what you
where
do.
You want the ball, you know what I mean?
Deliver that ball.
Because some people say they like it chest high. You know what I mean? Like it chest high, right? He say, no, I want it right here, waist high, step in front. He like, all right, don't worry about it. I got you. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm like, man, he gonna do that.
Right.
That's easy, like in practice and in drills, though. It's
right.
Easy.
You
know what
right.
I mean?
You
when you
right.
got some dudes coming uphill, coming at
Right.
you, you know what I mean? Coming up. And you know, and then you got people, you don't know where the defender going to be positioned at, you know, doing that.
But these quarterbacks letting the ball go. And you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. So
timing, muscle memory.
Well, if you let the ball go and a receiver is to say, you do that when you can. That's a tough position, that quarterback position.
But that's the goal that they supposed to, because it shows up on film. That job is for that receiver to get to
that
Peyton
spot.
Manning would throw it. You guys better get it.
Right.
Yeah.
You right.
You get it.
You can't throw it once he open.
No.
He ain't open no more. Right.
If he open and once
exactly.
If you wait for him to get it's
right. Yep.
And trust me, that stuff show up on film. When they go back to film study, quarterback ain't getting his ass chewed out.
He was maniacal about that though. Like you say, Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
He was maniacal, He was maniacal about that.
You don't even want to go back to the sideline.
Right.
Quarterback.
No. Right. Now, if you fall down on the route, okay, that happens.
Right.
But your ass better get to that ball.
Spot. Right.
They want to throw you the ball. You
right.
Right. So all right. Now let's get into some let's get into this NBA, man. DeMar DeRozan just got picked up, signed a deal with Sacramento. What y'all think? Is that a good look for Sacramento?
DeMar quality. Yeah, he quality player.
Yeah, DeMar, I like DeMar.
Nice.
How's DeMar, like 34, 35 now? He still got some miles. He still got some good, you know what I mean, some miles left on.
I know they had to get Harrison Barnes gone.
Yeah.
He was part of it, and somebody else too. I can't remember who that was.
Yeah, it was a 3-team deal. I think it was Chicago, San Antonio, and
San Antonio was in the mix too.
Yeah, he's 34 now.
He's 34. All right, so he's 34. I like DeMar DeRozan, and I like him at Sacramento too, because he you know, you really don't. He don't have to be a number one there. You know what I mean? You got Monk, and you got what's the other dude that's with Monk?
What's the guard?
The guard. Fox.
You got Fox. Yeah.
So he got some nice pieces around, and he's not gonna be able. You're not gonna ask him to have to do like a heavy load carry, heavy load.
He gave you 24 too, 24, 4 and 5 assists, 50% from the field almost. Shit, but is that enough? Like, what is Sacramento? Was they in the mix? What are they trying to do?
See, that's a good question. You know what I mean? Like, are they just trying to make the playoffs? And you know what I mean? And that's it. That's kind of like a successful season. Or
all right. So if that's the question, then you're not really bringing DeMar DeRozan there to get you. I mean, to carry a heavier load. You really more so getting help for Fox. And you know what I mean? You're expecting them to carry the load and to keep everybody else honest on offense.
And they got the boy to get all the double doubles. Sabonis.
Yeah, I like Sabonis.
Sabonis, he get all them double doubles all the time.
I like Sabonis because So I think that's a good look. But what do y'all think about like the fact that he is like the second player that came through who got picked up by somebody that the Lakers was looking at. And nobody, man, I keep telling people, man, people do not want to play with, you know what I mean, over there and be a part of that circus.
Now you really see.
Yeah.
You see it?
Kevin Durant Ben said that. When he said that, like probably a couple years ago, like, he ain't want to play with LeBron.
Yeah.
Then you had Paul George ain't want to go over there.
And what's the name?
Kawhi Leonard didn't want to go over there.
What's the dude name? Show up. Wright. Nick Wright.
Oh, Nick Wright.
He blaming everything on the dude Pelinka, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't think he's no good GM. But I'm just saying, you blame everything on him, and you don't even look at the fact that maybe it's LeBron that people just don't want to play with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But no, he's all Rob Pelinka. Which he did. Rob Pelinka, he whiffed on some stuff. And they never in the mix during free agency and things like that.
Yeah.
But it ain't all Rob Pelinka.
No, because I don't care how much of a salesman Rob Pelinka is, man. People not trying to hear, they just don't want to go to LA right now because it's everything that's going on with is catering to LeBron James, his whims.
And then they say with Clay, the Lakers had a 4-year, $80 million, but they didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't have 4-year, $80 million. They would have to move this piece and move that to come up with the money. You know what I mean? As opposed to Dallas or whoever. Like, man, we got it right now. Before you even go somewhere, the bread right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Exactly. Man, get out of here. I told you, man, the Lakers it
speaks volumes too because Klay Thompson's father works for the organization.
Yeah.
And he ain't go there.
Yeah.
Make that make sense.
Yeah, man. So if you Jeannie Buses, you fire. You running Michael Thompson out of there.
She should be running. What's the name? Them Ramesses out of there. She should run. She should fire Pelinka. That's what she should be running out of there.
Yeah. Well,
he played with the Fab Five, right?
Who?
Pelinka.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did. He did. That's right. He did.
Before they got there.
He rode that way. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Because he used to be an agent. Remember, he was
Kobe agent.
Somebody else he was an agent of. And that's what they say.
Was Nick Van Exel? Was he? No, I don't think.
No, like a current player.
Oh, okay.
And they say you can't even form relationships with players you used to represent to try to get them to come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's saying a lot.
So so is it the most? But even you say it's not him, it's LeBron, but at some point, like, do the organization take control over their organization and push back against LeBron? And if they're not doing that, I have to look at them.
Yeah. That's why I was surprised. I don't know why everybody else probably wasn't surprised, but I was surprised when the Lakers took Bronny James.
They could have had him as an undrafted free agent.
Why? Man. Yeah. Exactly. Because nobody was going to pick him up.
That and JJ Redick.
Right. That's a no. They whipped on because they lowballed him. They whipped on Danny Hurley because they lowballed.
Well, they didn't even want. I don't even think they wanted that.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And that's why he put out that bogus contract, knowing he would turn it down. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, look, we tried to get him. No, you did. No, you did.
Yeah. That was smoke and mirrors, though, right there. And people, like I said, people don't want to be a part of that because I don't even think, like, is LeBron serious about winning another championship?
No, I don't think so.
That's unheard of.
I think at this point he just surrendered. Chasing the ghost. I think he surrendered.
He signed a 2-year with a player option for the third.
What was the total?
It's only a 1-year contract.
But it's max though.
Right. Yeah. Max. So it's 2 years for 107 and then a 3rd-year option for LeBron. Not a team option. It's his option. Yeah.
2 years for 107?
Yeah.
So he didn't get Clay. He didn't get DeMar.
Right. And he ain't giving him no room to
and
build.
That's right. Why he told him? Like, all right, well, look, I'm going to opt out. See what y'all can go out there and get. And if y'all get some pieces, I'll come back at a reduce.
He knew they wasn't going to be able to get it.
Exactly. So y'all ain't get nobody. Give me I want the max.
Yeah. He
you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't get nobody. I want the max.
Yeah, don't leave that on the table. You know what I mean? I'm taking all that.
Exactly. Y'all don't want to go get nobody. Y'all, you say DeMar. Y'all, man, see Zach LaVine. I don't know what's up with him, man. I don't know if he's still. I know he got an injury history.
Yeah.
But I don't know where he is now. But he carried hefty price tag too. But
Zach LaVine?
Yeah. He carried hefty price tag. Chicago gave him a lot of bread. Why they ain't try to go get Trae Young from Atlanta? You know what I'm saying? Why you ain't try to get somebody like him?
Do y'all know? Did y'all know in his hand though?
Well, he a point guard though.
Yeah, but LeBron,
right?
Hey, now did y'all know that Trae Young fired Clutch Management?
No,
Clutch. He did fire him. He let him go.
Yeah, so he
because they probably was trying to manipulate where he go.
Right. Yeah. So
they got a lot of say in that.
They could have been using him as leverage to appease LeBron.
Yeah.
Who else?
Yep.
So Anthony Edwards, he was with Clutch Management.
He still is though.
He is.
Yeah,
I heard.
No, I'm thinking Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis. I didn't know Anthony Edwards was.
He
was.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So they said he now.
Damn, he's still on his rookie deal, though, ain't
I don't know. Is he?
I think he's still on his rookie deal.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So now, all right. As far as Clay, y'all think? I think he fit in better at Dallas than he did LA anyway. Even under the best circumstances.
What's a better team?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a better team than LA. I mean, even though you got Anthony Davis and LeBron, and you can say LeBron's still a top 20 player right now, top 10, top 15 player right now. Anthony Davis definitely a top 10 player. That's a better. That was just a.
Is that enough though? Like to have two top 10 or I say top 15 ball players, that enough to get you to the championship? It's proven.
I think so. If you got the other pieces, because look at Dallas.
Yeah.
You know, Kyrie and Luka. You know what I mean? Kyrie, maybe still top 25 player, maybe.
Yeah, Kyrie. So Kyrie top 20, but Luka is higher than.
Right.
Than, you know what I mean?
Probably like top
10. Yeah. So Luka's in the top 10.
Right.
You're gonna have to defend though at some point.
Luka is gonna have to.
No, I mean team. So saying, was it enough to add this? You're gonna have to defend.
Yeah.
And rebound. You know.
Yeah. So I think Clay is a good look at
Dallas.
At Dallas. Yeah. He gonna get a lot more open shots than he did at you know what I mean? And for him not to get a lot of open shots even at Golden State, he still was a really good shooter. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
and Kyrie can play with a shooter. He played with Love.
Yeah.
In Cleveland.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
So I think it's a better fit. Dallas. It's a better team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Better coach too.
Better coach.
Yeah, you gonna go to Jason Kidd?
More stability. You know what I'm saying? Like that Laker franchise is always in flux, man. You know what I'm saying? They changing coaches every other year and stuff like that, man.
Does this get Dallas over the hump?
Klay Thompson?
I don't think that.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think they championship. I don't think they a champion.
You don't think they'll make it? I don't know if they'll win it, but I think they could make it back.
They're gonna make it back
out of the West.
I don't think that either.
Well, also. All right, well, let me ask you this. Do you think they made it out of the West because of with their seeding? Like they fell to a team that they
I think matched up because they avoided Denver. I think if they
avoided Denver,
I think Denver would have beat.
You think Denver? Yeah.
Yeah, I think Denver would have beat. So, you know, they got some favorable matchup how the seeds fall. But give them credit.
Well, only one round.
They did what they supposed to do.
Only one round was favorable.
What was that? That was the
Western Conference
against not the first round because Clippers game, that was a tough coming out. That first round was a tough matchup. Second round, they played okay. Did they play OKC?
They beat OKC. No, they beat Anthony Edwards in them.
Last.
That was the Western Conference final.
Okay.
They got out of the first round against the Clippers. I think it was OKC.
Might have been. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think
so. I mean, so all right, so if they beat OKC and they beat Minnesota, then I'm thinking that
everybody was high season them basically because they was
yeah. So they earned that if they went through those two teams.
But I don't know if Denver gonna be better, man, because they lost Caldwell Pope. I think what's the name? A free agent. I don't know if he signed yet though.
And Murray is like to me like Murray like he stayed injured though.
It was the Thunder. They beat him 4-2.
They beat the Thunder and they beat Anthony Edwards in them.
Yeah.
So I think
that was okay. Was number one. Best record. I do think I think the avoiding Denver helped. I do agree with that. I think avoiding Denver helped. But they didn't travel no easy road.
No, it wasn't. They earned it.
I think they caught lightning in the bottle.
You think they caught lightning in the bottle?
You saw them during the regular season.
Yeah.
And then I just think they everything fell into place once the playoffs.
But did the trade affect that though? Mid-season, that trade after when they got Gafford and the other guy.
They got somebody.
Yeah, I think because that whole the defense changed when they came. So
they had more of a rim protection.
Yeah.
I think, and I like Jason Kidd as a coach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think they probably gonna be just as good next year as they. You know what I mean? You don't think so?
Hell, I don't.
Do you think Denver come back on the scene though?
See, that's the thing too. See, right?
I don't think so.
I don't know. See,
I don't think so.
And everybody was talking about how Denver, was the start of a dynasty. Remember they was talking that, and then they just that was a bad matchup for Denver. Playing Minnesota.
Yep. Yes, it was
a bad matchup.
Yeah, you had to go against your OGM too. Yeah. Team was mirrored to beat you and put together to Denver, beat
you. Minnesota had size.
Yes.
I mean, they had size.
I don't think Denver goes. Murray is Porter. Yeah, Michael Porter.
Is he a free agent?
I don't know.
But they lost Caldwell Pope. I think he went to Orlando.
Oh, okay. Did he?
I think he went to Orlando. He gone from Denver, but I think he went to Orlando. Yeah.
So all right, what about Paul George? Y'all think Paul George and Philly will be enough to get them over the hump?
If they healthy.
Yeah.
That's the main thing with Embiid and Paul George, man. If they're healthy. Yeah.
So you think that Paul George, Embiid, Maxey, they'll be able to compete with Boston?
Some people say that what's the name is still ahead of them. Not only Boston, but the
New York,
the Knicks.
The Knicks is ahead of Boston?
No, ahead of
Philly.
Oh, even Philly. With the move with Paul George.
Nah, you insert Paul George in that lineup. Knicks ain't getting past Philly.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I'm just because I'm not a fan of Embiid. I think Embiid shoots too many jumpers.
He does.
And then you have Tobias Harris.
He gone, ain't
he? He gone?
I think he gone.
Yeah. Well, you got Maxey.
I think he gone.
You got Maxey, Embiid, and you got Paul George.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. If they healthy, man, they dangerous. Because you got on all three levels.
Will Milwaukee will Milwaukee resurface?
All right.
Yeah.
That's what if I was Milwaukee, I would try to go at Paul.
Get Paul George.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because you got Middleton from Milwaukee.
Yeah,
he
won out.
He
won out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm thinking.
Because Philly got the backcourt with Maxey, got the wing with Paul George.
Yeah.
And they got Embiid.
And Paul George can play D.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he definitely a two-way, he's definitely a two-way ball player.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
I don't know though, but that, like I said, Boston ain't lose nothing though. I don't know.
Nah, they did. Only thing about Boston is can Porzingis stay healthy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Porzingis always he always hurt.
That's the big question mark with them.
Yeah, that's it with him.
Yeah. Can they go back to the finals?
Boston, I think Boston gonna do this season what they did last season. I think they're gonna run through that East. You know what I mean? Like they did last year, and then
Boston got the confidence now too.
Yeah,
they didn't shook their demon.
Yeah,
so they're gonna be playing loose.
Yeah.
Right, and it's tight.
Oh my, and it's tight.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And they still gonna be a hell of a defensive ball player. Defensive team.
Yeah.
They're gonna play
just imagine what Brown gonna look like this season.
Yeah.
And I saw a couple plays where he was matched up against Kyrie, right?
Mm-hmm.
You really could see like the size and the strength. Yeah, man. Because one time Kyrie got it, tried to make a move, and he was on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kyrie just like tried to drop his shoulder and run through him.
He couldn't move him.
Yeah, he couldn't move him and shit.
And that same thing with Brown, and you got Holiday. You know what I mean? Them some solid, strong dudes. You know. And you got what's the Derek White? Is that the other guy?
White.
Yeah, White. So yeah, they're all bigger than Kyrie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Tatum long too.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I think Boston is 8 deep. Their 8 deep is better.
Yeah.
Than your 8. They're 5. Like you might have 3 on the floor at the time that might be potent.
Mm-hmm.
They got 5 on the floor.
And bring 3 more.
Yeah, and they're potent, man.
And ain't no letdown.
Ain't no letdown.
Right. And then defensively, they can switch everything.
That's another.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you can't seek nobody out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Kyrie ain't nobody with like if Pritchard was their starting guard, then Kyrie probably his series would have been different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Pritchard was the backup guard.
Right.
And then and Pritchard is a solid defensive player.
I'm about to say you saw the effort and stuff with him. You know what I mean?
So
and whenever Kyrie turned the corner, help was coming.
And
and they long, you know what I mean? Arms up, they long, they cover, you know what I mean? A lot of ground, man. Yeah. So
did Orlando land somebody?
Orlando. I don't know about
Free
Orlando.
agency.
That's why I say Caldwell Pope. I think Caldwell Pope
Went to Orlando.
Yeah. But I ain't 100% sure.
Didn't they make the playoffs this year?
Orlando, yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah, they was in there. Orlando.
And then what about Indiana? Did they get better in off season so far?
No, I haven't heard anything. I don't know if Indiana made any moves.
I don't know if they made moves. Cleveland signed, what's the name, to a 2-year deal? Spider.
Yeah. I'm thinking Indiana probably thinking as a team that they just, because they so young, that they just gonna get better. You know what I mean? Unless it was somebody out there on the market that will really
they
improve
probably
them.
looking at, man, if we was healthy, we might could have gave Boston some gold. Now I don't believe that, but maybe that's what they believe.
Yeah.
At Eastern, because Halliburton got hurt.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Halliburton got hurt and stuff. So
I don't believe that either. As far as
I don't believe it. But,
yeah.
You know, us as fans, man, we want to see the teams fully healthy go at it. You know what I mean? We want to see that. Just as basketball fans, man, we want to see teams fully healthy. You know what I'm saying?
And see, that's one thing I like about basketball over football is that you do most of the time get to see, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas though football, if somebody could get hurt, a quarterback get hurt, and they, that'll change your whole season or the whole outlook of a team.
Mm-hmm.
But basketball, most of the time, unless you Joel Embiid,
right?
Now is Caldwell Pope though? Is he going to still be in over there with Anthony Edwards?
No, he went to. I think he went to Orlando. I think Caldwell Pope went to Orlando. I think, but that dude ain't
not
that
Caldwell Pope. I'm talking not my fault. Not Caldwell Pope. Who the dude I always called
Anthony Towns?
Yeah, Towns.
He's still there.
He is.
But they was talking about ain't nothing happened, of course, but they was talking about trying to move him.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I thought,
he got a heavy contract, man.
Yeah.
His contract is crazy.
Yeah, I ain't seeing no trade news. He's still on Denver.
Caldwell Pope is?
Oh, he is.
But they was talking about the Lakers missed out on him, and he used to play with the Lakers.
Yeah.
He'd be a free agent. Just see if he
I'm telling you, if I'm Caldwell Pope, I don't want no parts of the Lakers either.
Right.
I'm like, man, I'll retire first.
Right.
But he already got a championship ring.
Yeah.
He got 2 championship rings.
Did he get one with the Lakers?
What was he there with the bubble, right?
Who?
Caldwell Pope.
With the Lakers?
He might have been.
I thought he was in the bubble with the Lakers.
Might have been.
I don't know.
Do y'all that bubble championship, man? Is that legit in y'all book?
No, it's ass.
To me, it is, but I mean, they shouldn't even had the season. They shouldn't even had that season, man. But it was weird.
It was.
Yeah, weird. No travel. That's why people say, man, it was easy because it was no travel. I say, well, yeah, but you ain't got home games either. You know what I'm saying? Both teams. What's the name? You ain't saying nothing.
Nope.
Now, how do y'all feel about the Celtics giving Sam Cassell a raise?
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. Yeah.
I thought it was not only well deserved. I thought it was a good strategic move too.
Very strategic.
Because
but even that raise though, if it's something out there, an opportunity,
he gonna take it.
Yeah, it ain't gonna hold him back.
Yeah, look, it's Orlando Magic have signed free agent guard Contavious Caldwell Pope.
Yeah.
It wasn't coming up for me.
Yeah. I just put down as Caldwell Pope a free agent and it came up.
Okay.
Yeah, Orlando signed.
The Magic got him.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
What's that dude down there? Banchero? That big dude down there in Orlando?
Oh, I'm not
with the wide shoulders.
Yeah,
Banchero. I like him, man. The first time I seen him, a lot of them was when they was playing Cleveland in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I was like, he can play.
What he got? What's in his bag?
He a big guy. He rebounds. Mm-hmm. But he got a little face up that I saw. Maybe like 10 or 12 feet face up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What I saw, he was doing a lot of work around the basket, stuff like that. Yeah, he's a big dude, man. Wide dude. Yeah. I like him though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, I think we just about covered everybody. We talked about DeMar, Paul George, Klay Thompson. Now, all right, one more question before we get out of here. What y'all think Golden State gonna look like next year?
I don't think Golden State is finished.
Yeah.
They got Buddy Hield.
Got the off season.
They got Buddy Hield, but I think they still might. I think they might make some type of move to get Wiggins out of there.
Is Buddy Hield? Is he a step up? Is he a step up from Klay Thompson?
No.
I wouldn't say.
Yeah, I think it's a stopgap. I don't think it's a step up.
But he's younger, fresher legs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They look at it like that.
And then you playing off, and you playing off Steph and stuff like that.
They still, you know what I mean? Steph still.
If he can shoot,
right, and he can. He can. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
And the health, right? Younger. Health.
Yeah.
So,
He young dude stuff. So.
Yeah.
That's another dude niggas could have got.
Who Buddy Hield? They had plenty of opportunities to get Buddy Hield. I just think that don't nobody want to play for the Lakers.
Looking that way.
Right. It looks more and more that way, man. It looks more and more that way.
You know, everybody like a winner, but you know, so that just go to show, man. Ain't nobody trying to, you know, it's all about appeasing LeBron. He gonna get all the
and now his son on the team too. So now I say his son on the team too. So now not only he get to run the team pretty much, you got his son on. You can't say nothing to his son. You know what I'm saying? It's like he
that's gonna cut into your minutes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna cut into you done with his son. That's gonna cut into your minutes.
And then JJ the coach, like you brought up, JJ the coach, come on, man.
That's funny, man. I'm looking forward to this, man.
And Sam can't get an interview. You know what I mean? And that ain't talking just the Lakers. Look at Detroit. They fired Monty Williams. You ain't bring Sam in to talk to him or nothing, you know?
Yeah. But if you Sam though, do you want to go to Detroit?
That's a good thing. Yeah, that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what, me and Pop always talk about that. Because he said, man, some jobs you don't take.
Right. Every opportunity ain't the best opportunity.
He said the same thing. He said the same thing, right? And I say, well, Pop, if you're in the business of that, it's almost like you gotta take it. Because if you don't, they'd be like, well, he don't want to be a head coach. You know
I believe Sam in a position where he can interview these teams. You know what I mean by that?
No.
When I say that, you're not the interviewee. You interviewing them. Even though they interviewing you, you interviewing them. Do I even want to come here? What can you guys offer me?
I wouldn't say
he is
because
his resume speaks.
No, but Sam never been a head coach though.
Right.
If he a head coach and he got championships and stuff, then I can see that. Yeah. If he was like a
Phil Jackson,
Phil Jackson, or Pat Riley, or Exposure, then you can be like, you know what I mean?
I give example what I mean. I feel you on that because he ain't a head coach.
Right.
But how many
never been a head coach?
And how many in football coordinators have been the thing? And their cachet gets so high as a coordinator that they sought after. And they pick and choose where they go. I'm not going here, I'm not going there.
That's the reverse thing. Sam is not being sought after. So if he go in for an interview, he can't come in there.
I don't know.
But like you say, cachet, he don't have that behind him. That Sam don't even, he's not even like the next one up. They not even really talking about Sam. It's like, that's so unfortunate.
I think he gets mentioned. I think he
is. But he's mentioned by not by owners though.
Right. It's the people like, man, Sam should have a job.
But I think the pundits on TV, they be saying like Sam Cassell and stuff like that. They getting inside information. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's a person of interest. I don't know about that.
He's not even getting interviews though.
But Boston gives him this. You said he give him this money. It's strategic to keep him. You know, everything that's going on outside of the media, we don't necessarily know.
He means more to Boston than he would anywhere else right now. He means more to them. So we want to keep our assets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Is that a reward?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Is that a reward to Sam for his, you know?
A reward or strategic?
Right.
Yeah.
Which one?
It could be both. It could be both. It don't have to be one or the other. You know what I'm saying?
But I think his resume is that of one that can.
Well, yeah, hell yeah, his resume.
I believe that.
His pedigree, you know what I mean? Your pedigree, his resume. 15 years as an assistant coach, 4 championships.
And I didn't even know he been an assistant that long.
I
didn't know he been an assistant that long. 15 years. I didn't even know.
So he won 3 championships as a player, 1 as a coach.
One as an assistant.
Yeah. Did he play with Doc Rivers? He wasn't with Doc Rivers when they won in Boston, did he?
Yeah, he was.
He was a player. That's his third as a player.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was his third as a player.
And he was on one of Doc's staffs too. I believe he was
on Doc's staff. He was with the Clippers.
Clippers and all that. Yep.
Yeah, Doc was taking them around.
Yep.
Doc was taking them around.
So yeah, I mean, a lot of people for years have always respected, you know what I mean, had a lot of respect for Sam.
Right.
So yeah, hopefully, man, he will be in a position to but I think
man,
like
I hope he does.
Huh?
I say I hope he does, man.
Yeah, and I think it depends on, like, if you saw it after, it just depends on what, you know, it depends on them, because like Eric Bieniemy, you know what I mean? He, you know, this dude really should have been sought after.
You know,
like,
he ain't on nobody's staff right now. He ain't on nobody's staff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Eric Bieniemy,
but they know more than we do.
Yeah,
see,
that's
and
true.
I was saying that to my dad when he was getting ready to become a free a commodity in the open market. When they won that Super Bowl, all I heard Mahomes and them was talking about was Andy Reid. They wasn't giving
Eric Bieniemy
a lot of credit. And then Shady McCoy, he on TV saying Eric wasn't really doing that. You know, he put him on blast. Like, so sometimes it just because the team winning and you the coordinator, it looks that way to the general public. People know a little bit more.
Let me chime in real quick on that Shady McCoy thing.
Yeah.
Right? Because Shady McCoy, you know, I remember Sour Grapes when he was at Kansas City.
Yeah.
Even though he was on the roster for the Super Bowl or whatever. He didn't even suit up for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, he didn't suit up for the Super Bowl.
Right.
Eric Bieniemy was on him for dropping that ball.
Yes.
Eric Bieniemy coaches hard. He's in your face. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was Shady asked to grind. He got a platform. Now he's going to have an opportunity to say X, Y, Z. You know what I mean? I never heard Patrick Mahomes not give Bieniemy credit and things like that. I hear a lot of media.
He don't say nothing.
Broadcasters. I hear them giving all the credit to Andy Reid. I never heard.
Oh no, he did it. He don't say nothing bad about Eric. Yeah. But after that title, specifically with Andy calling the plays, I said that to my dad. Why wouldn't he say Eric?
Yeah,
I'll never forget that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
And you know, I know everybody. What's the name? You know, jump on Eric Bieniemy, things like that. And we don't know, like you say, we don't know things. He don't interview well. All these 1,000,001 excuses.
I ain't listening to that.
Yeah, man, can he coach now? You know what I'm saying? Can he coach now?
And then but I think what was going on with Eric Bieniemy and Andy Reid is good cop, bad cop. So Andy Reid is a player's coach.
Yep.
But Andy Reid is a genius. He also understands he needs somebody that will get in these players.
That's
you know what I mean?
Get on them. Yeah.
And so that's why because when he went to Washington, man, they was like, they ain't dig the way he was talking to him.
Yep.
He was like, man, you can't talk to us like that. He was like, y'all not even winning, and you complain about how I'm talking to you.
And you remember, man, that Heineke, that quarterback, like the first half of the season, he was among the league leaders. You know what I mean? Like passing route, pass completion and things like that. But what's his name started the ball rolling like that, and he was mad because I thought he felt his job was in jeopardy. Ron Rivera.
Yeah.
Ron Rivera came out and said, well, he talking to these guys coming to me.
That was foul.
Why would you even come?
Yeah.
And say, then he had to walk it back because not only he was getting it internally, other coaches was like,
they was dragging him.
Yeah. Why would you come out and say something like that? And then you know what I mean? Then he had to walk it back and try to soft shoe it a little bit. But he felt as though that his job was in jeopardy. So, you know what I mean? He ain't want Eric Bieniemy taking his job.
But it's certain coordinators and stuff, black coordinators, always get picked up. Leslie Frazier's, the guy that was in Miami, Brian, wound up being the head coach. Flores. Yeah, he get picked up. Bowles, you know, they get, but you got
what's the name job, right? He got the Tampa Bay job
now. But I'm just saying, you got some guys out there that's staples.
Yeah,
know their X's and O's, and they always getting picked up and stuff.
So retired though, didn't he?
I'm not sure.
Who retired?
Leslie Frazier when he left Buffalo.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm not saying Eric can. I'm just saying that always stood out to me when they won that title. How Patrick was saying Andy calling the play. He said that, but it wasn't to knock Eric. It was just in the heat of the moment.
Everybody loved Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
except me.
You don't love him. All right, man. What you don't like about him?
Just what I don't like about him is this, because I watch shows where like Nick Wright praises this dude.
Mm-hmm.
But
He praises this dude. The dude is an awesome quarterback. I leave it at that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's an awesome quarterback. I leave it at that. You know what I mean? I don't go nowhere past that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The greatest ever, the best ever put a jock strap on. He's the smartest.
Yeah, you know what? I don't really feed into that, but I don't like that's like saying like everybody else wasn't smart.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say that.
Or somebody would like, oh, he works hard. You know what I mean? Like,
people get caught up into
hard. You know
the
what I mean?
highlights and the theatrics and the behind the back thing, and the no look. What's his name was doing the no look when he was in Detroit losing?
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford. He was doing the no look.
Was he?
Yeah, he was. He was doing it years ago.
Yeah.
But but Patrick Mahomes thought, oh man, look, you know what I mean? Elvis, look, you know what I mean? Greatest ever.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this. The first year he started, I said this to my dad: if he don't never play another down, I've never seen nobody play quarterback better.
I get that from you.
Yeah,
That's how you feel about him. I get that. You know how you speak on him.
Wait a minute. So you say if he don't play another down,
he'd be the best quarterback I ever seen play the position.
Yeah.
And that was at his first season.
Yep, that was at the first season.
I think a prime Aaron Rodgers is comparable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think a prime Aaron Rodgers is comparable.
He
you know
is
what I mean?
comparable.
Nobody, to me, nobody is as great as Brady. You know what I'm saying?
I like John Elway.
Elway was my guy. Elway was my guy. Elway was my guy.
Elway was me.
Dan Marino was my guy.
And Marino don't have the championship.
Right.
Yeah, Marino was a bad dude too.
Because they were showing Shannon Sharp highlights, right? And his touchdown catches when he was at Denver and stuff. I'm looking at the throws.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no way, man, it's throwing like 50-yard rope down the thing.
Yes.
A rope, like the pass no more than like 10 or 15 feet high. That's good. I'm like, that's crazy.
Elway was my guy.
Like you say, only 15 feet off the ground. It's bad, man.
Even though he shunned us here in Baltimore, I could not resist. That dude was bad.
He got like Lamar. He got drafted in the baseball
team. Yeah.
That's what he said. If the Colts draft him, he
gonna
play baseball.
They lined up and almost had a non-existent running game. Almost nothing. I'm talking about before Terrell Davis. That's why they wound up winning, because they added that running game.
Right.
This dude was taking them to Super Bowls with no running game.
That's right.
That's serious.
Elway was that dude.
Yeah.
But
and I feel like Mahomes, that I don't think now they got a nice runner that ran this year, the boy in the backfield. But they were doing a lot of that, man, but no running game, man. That's serious. Aaron Rodgers. Now they didn't have to, because Aaron liked to throw that football. A couple years they had a solid back, but Aaron Rodgers is another one, man. They do that thing with no running game.
Yeah, another one, man, up there with New York, man, and he tell everybody you got to buy in and all that.
And he ain't buying in.
Yeah, he missed. You know what I mean? OTAs and stuff.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They say all that talk good and all that, and then when it's time to if it ain't about winning, get out of here and all that. Man,
watch what they do, and you know what I mean. Don't listen to what they say. Watch what they do, because what's the coach? He dates somebody that's 20-something years old, 24. Bill Belichick.
Oh yeah.
He running up and down the street with somebody in and out of candy stores and shit.
Oh, I ain't even mad at him, boy.
Yeah.
What you do, old Bill?
Ain't that something, man? They say the greatest coach ever
was him.
He don't have a job, and he don't have a job not because he ain't want one. He really wanted the coach to see.
Well, like Clayton says, people know something.
Yeah,
everybody knows something. You know what I mean?
What's the name? Brought him in for the second interview. Like, man, I just want you to work. What's his name? Something McKay. I don't remember his name. He's executive. He been around NFL for years. And all the blanks say, man, I just need you to work with him. You know what I mean? He's my guy. He's my, you know what I'm saying, player development guy. He's my GM. I just need you to work with him. Nah.
I think that's why he's out of a job. He's got to have full control.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's why.
Bill Parcells away and coach. He have a job.
Right. Bill Parcells.
The whole show.
He was similar in nature too. Bill Parcells.
Yeah. But they don't trust GMs.
No.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They don't trust that the GM, you know.
Right.
And they don't want nobody. And they don't want nobody got an answer to.
Right.
Or even consult with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I say, hey man, I want to draft so and so, you the GM, you're like, no, we ain't drafting him.
Yeah.
Then I'm offended. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
In a sense, I can understand it too, because my job is predicated on the players, but I ain't picking them. So you could be picking me some sour stuff, and now I'm losing.
He wasn't drafted nobody.
You right, but guess what? Before a long time, they was winning.
Well, so he can live with a pick if I pick somebody that don't pan out, as opposed to you picking them for me. You don't pan out.
They was winning.
Yeah. So, all right, man.
Yeah.
With that being said, man, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
We appreciate the support we getting.
Yeah. Thanks for the support out there.
Yeah, no doubt. Make sure to go to Amazon and pick up my man Clayton book, Trauma, My Love Letter to the World. Yeah, man. We had another good show as usual. I appreciate Tom and Clayton coming in, chopping it up with me. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So with that being said, peace, and we'll
shout
see
out to Tom, man.
Yeah,
Tom. Adding to the conversation.
Yeah, no doubt. Shout out to Tom. And so yeah, that's it, man. We'll see y'all tune in next Sunday at 11 a.m.